Hey everybody, it's Rob here. Next to the amazing new Spiritborn class, we are getting a ton of new stuff in the expansion, and we got a lot of stuff on the Gamescom this day as well. And there is a lot of things that you may have missed in all these information and blog posts that came out there. I'm gonna link the blog post below. And the first thing here we gotta talk about is in the party finder that is coming to the game, there's this screenshot here of the official blog post that basically has next to the dungeon that you can filter for, a Torment 1 section here as party finder. So you can filter for difficulty, but the thing is we don't really have Torments 1 to whatever it's gonna be at the moment in the game. In fact, I'm in the game right now here with the cool new wings, and if I'm clicking at the statue, you see we have world tier 1, 2, 3, and 4. And 4 is called Torment, but now they added the letter 1 behind it. So this might indicate that we are finally getting a world tier 5 with the expansion. People have been asking for this for quite a long time. You guys can see here, world tier 4 is basically just Torment. And then maybe we're gonna get more. And you see here, Torment 4, the big problem is always, it starts at level 70, but there's still so much more progression from level 70 to level 100 that we're gonna get here, that basically make World Tier 4 like a joke. So I think that's a very cool indication, and let me know in the comments what you think. I mean, you know, the negative example is Diablo 3, where we had like up to Torment 16. So I don't think we quite want or need that in Diablo 4, but it would be very cool to at least add Torment 2 or Torment 3 here to, I don't know, like level 100, like make it as hard as maybe like a Nightmare Dungeon 100 for Torment 5, and then maybe like if you do like a Torment 2 and for Torment 3, maybe they could make it like as hard as a Pit level 100. They also mentioned in their talks here that I didn't mention in my previous news coverage video that they want to work more with the profane mind cage like systems. So for those of you who don't know, you can use this to juice the Hell Tide only. But what if you could use multiple mind cages at the same time, and you can also juice other things with these mind cages, such as, you know, like, I don't know, the open world areas. Maybe you can even juice like the PvP areas and make it also like worthwhile farming this in PvM or something. Or you, I don't know, juice certain parts of the story, maybe some of these like solo dungeons that you can make much more harder. They've been indicating a lot like this, and there's also a campfire chat coming up next week. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes, and I'll show you that segment here. It's going to be on the 29th of August. But that's really cool to see. There's a high possibility now that they're actually listening to this. It's been highly requested to get more open world difficulties, and it looks like it's finally coming. Next here, that many of you sent me, and there was some detective work here. They shared this screenshot here in the video where they talked about the rewards for the Dark Citadel. And here you can see, if you zoom in on the top here, that there is this icon here right on the profile. And I know what many of you are thinking, like the armory has been a highly requested feature, and this might just be an armory icon where you can finally, like, you know, save your current character build, you can save your loadouts, to switch your build like more effortlessly. It's like very much difficult to switch your build at the moment in Diablo 4. And then some people say, yeah, okay, Rob, maybe it's not the armory. It looks like the wardrobe. You see like the icon looks kind of familiar to the wardrobe. But I think this also could as well be an armory that is hopefully finally coming. Blizzard has already confirmed that they're working on this, but they have not confirmed that it's coming in the expansion. I certainly hope so. And this screenshot, I don't know, I think it's there's a good chance, because I don't know why you would want an icon here just to switch your transmog. Like, people want the armories change their build with a simple click, especially with them adding the Dark Citadel and new endgame activities that require like a specific gear and require you to switch, you know, your build and stuff. So I don't know, let me know what you think. It looks like a wardrobe, but I think it might as well just be the armory. And I'm really hoping that the armory is coming in Vessel of Hatred, man, because like we have been waiting for this for almost 1.5 years now. And then the next interesting thing that you see here is that the helms now have 2 sockets. You see, the chest, the helm, and the pants all have 2 sockets now. So even more live, usually, or even more main set. So that probably also means that your Harlequin's Crest, your Uber Uniques will have 2 sockets in the expansion, making them even more powerful. And that's pretty cool. And then the next thing you see, we've already been confirming this, when we played the Spiritborn back in Blizzard HQ here, that the stat squish is happening. Look at this guy, he's like max level, so he's like level 60 or higher probably here. And we're gonna talk about this Photoshop here in a little bit. It wasn't me who photoshopped this. It is in the original screenshot or in the original video, been like photoshopped, that the stat squish is like real, because this guy is like wearing the big rubies. And keep in mind, these give like a tremendous amount of life. And also he should have way more than 800 armor. So you can see how crazy the stat squish is. We have way less armor. Probably the new armor cap is like something like 1,000 armor or so. We have way less life as well. You know, this is a barbarian. Usually he has like hundreds of thousands of life. And this guy only has 1k life. So there's a big stat squish coming. And then the next thing here that I wanted that people in the Twitch chat pointed out, they certainly did some Photoshop work in these screenshots. This was not me, guys. It's in the original video. You can check yourself. I'm going to link it below. So you see they hovered this Paragon bar here. And here, like, they even did it like a little off to the sides. Like, people were actually looking at this pixel by pixel. And this just goes to show, because in the last screenshots, we saw level 60 and then a small Paragon 1 down there. And if you look at some other screenshots that they shared in the blog post here, that this is still the case. So it looks like it's going to be level 60, and then we're also going to have the Paragon bar growing down here. And who knows how many Paragon levels we're going to have. The meme is at the moment 69 skill points and 420 Paragons. We'll see if that's going to be the case. But it certainly is in here, and it certainly has been tempered or altered with here in those screenshots to kind of hide this Paragon information. But I'm pretty sure they will announce whenever they are ready, maybe even in the next days. I hope we're going to learn more about the Paragon, hopefully more about the Armory as well. It certainly is in the screenshots here, this little like one in blue. Definitely looks like it's representing Paragon, because yeah, I mean, that's just how the Paragon's thing looks like. You know, it has this one, it's this blue color. It even has like a similar shape and the same tone in terms of color. So very excited for this. What they've also shown here again was the mercenary skill trees. We already talked about this. And here they're gonna share more information. They have an in-depth long campfire chat, just like usual. Listen to this.
Go on forever and ever and ever about this for hours. But we're gonna have a lot more details in a developer live stream on August 29th. We're gonna have a campfire chat where we're gonna be talking all about the specifics of
So she was talking about new character progression coming into the game, such as the Paragon changes. So on the 29th, this is in 1 week from now, we will basically have another campfire chat that we can look forward to, probably like 1.5 to 2 hours of packed information about all this new progression system. And I think Rod Ferguson says it here right after. It's basically gonna be as big as the change that they did to itemization. Listen.
things.
Awesome. I'm absolutely buzzing to see it.
I mean, the best way to phrase it is like what Season 4 did to loot, Season 6 will do to progression.
Excellent.
And the thing too,
What Season 4 did to loot, Season 6 will do for progression. That's amazing, man. I'm really looking forward to this. And progression is like, you know, like how you make your character more powerful, starting like at the end game, basically. And we're gonna get all these new end game activities and yeah, revamp for the Paragon system, and these kind of things are gonna be wild. So yeah, the Gamescom is going on right now, and people are having a blast. Here's like some of the Xbox and Blizzard people here blasting and having a good time. They also have like a big booth here, so you can be playing the Spiritborn at Gamescom. It looks like a very similar client. They have these like 4 different demo characters. I think it's also capped to level 30, but it's looking very good, and I'm gonna have a great time. Hopefully in a few hours gonna be playing this at Gamescom as well. And I'll also have a chance, my friends, and I'll need a bit of your help to interview some of the developers. I already noted some questions here. I'm not done with this. I'm gonna like extend on these. But if you have any questions that you would like me to ask some of the developers that I will be able to interview at Gamescom here in Germany. I'm, for example, on the Mercenaries, I'm very interested in, you know, if we have any ways of controlling the mercenary, because a big grief point in Diablo 3 especially was that you had not really any like control over what your mercenary was doing. I remember like the Templar, you know, being stuck like all the way in the back and like taking the attention of all the elites, but I wanted them here, especially with some of the Templars here, like the Barbarian having like a grappling hook. Maybe, hopefully they let us like choose or give us like a command option. You know, in Diablo 3 you had this like G key where it would like place a flag on the ground, and then it would be cool if, you know, like you place this flag and then the mercenary runs there and like he stays there or something. Or somebody was even suggesting like basically how the Tesla AI does it. Like you have like an aggressive mode, a chill mode, and like an average mode or something. Like he could be like very aggressive in combat. At least give us like, or if they could give us some control over what the mercenaries are doing. This is like one of the main question I was interested in. And obviously there's like a lot more stuff with, are we going to get for the Spiritborn, are we going to get more character slots? Are we going to get more stash space? What about the consumables? Like for example, this one here is a big quality of life grief point. So people, it's just very hard to understand to see like these infernal hordes. You see these two are the exact same. They don't stack at all, these compasses. Then we have these consumables that only stack to 20. So that's already 2. Then we have the boss materials that stack to 50. Look at all this mess in my inventory. And then we have the elixirs that stack to 99. And then we have the new thing, the 5th different one, the Abyssal Scrolls stacking to 999. Like, why can't they all stack to 999? I mean, there's a couple of like those specific questions. I want to like focus it more around the new stuff, like can your mercenaries die? What happens when they die? Like, does it cost gold to hire them? Can they use items? Can they farm reputation in a party? And all these kind of things. But another interesting thing that also I think was in the screenshot I wanted to talk about real quick. They basically showed us a new... Let me find this real quick. Oh, here. You can see it on the right side here. You can see there's also a new tab, it seems. Like there's this key icon here, and then like a jewelry icon, like you see in the game. We only have 3 inventories right now, right? The normal inventory, the consumables, and then quest items. And in these new screenshots for Vessel of Hatred, there is a 4th tab. Or basically 1 tab got the icon changed, and there's this key icon now. So let me know what you think what this is going to be. So hopefully... the key icon is hopefully going to store, you know, all the Nightmare Dungeon keys. Maybe the Citadel will require a key. I read something like that as well. And yeah, we'll see how it's going to go. And then obviously we have the full Spiritborn class coming here. There's some cosplayers blasting. And yeah, Spiritborn is looking amazing. And it's going to be a very strong class. We'll see what they'll do in terms of balance on all of this. I think they're going to be pretty insane. And yes, the AI technology is also going pretty wild, my friends. With that, I'll say goodbye, and we'll see how the upload schedule is the next days, because I'll be traveling at Gamescom, but I'm sure to make some videos. I'll also be hoping to host an IRL live stream right on Twitch. I unfortunately will not be able to multi-stream on YouTube as well, but we'll be streaming on Twitch, and I'll maybe make like a summary of the Gamescom and maybe even some of my interviews, and I hope I will capture, you know, some more gameplay footage here of the Spiritborn. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I'll see you soon, my friends. GG, take care. If you liked this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like or a comment. I'm also live on Twitch almost every day, so come and say hi.